People coming in, chiming in. Yeah, about Shemi Ashad brought the thought to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Latham, Shemi Ashad to the sisters. With Israelite School of University of Practical Knowledge. Started back in hold on. Started 125th Street Hall, New York, under command of Yahanna. This is the law class. This is the Wednesday night law class. We're gonna give a few more minutes for people to come in, chime in. The wife of this brother that came into the class today. Shalom on Christ, and we're gonna kick it off. Haven't been here in a minute. Had some additions to the family, so I was out on leave for a little while, but it's good to be back into the house where the brothers at. It's good to be here, get back into teaching classes. I want to give a huge shout out to these brothers, man. These brothers that held this class down while I wasn't here, so let's go ahead and clap it up for them. Give them a good shout out because them brothers held this class down, you understand? So while I wasn't here, when I was on leave, we had brothers come in who haven't taught for a while, who haven't taught in a minute. They came in and held the class down, so we're going to give shouts out to Officer Kasayad. He came through, Officer Brachiala. He came through and taught the class for a little while. Shoot, I think Kasayad came in and taught the class a couple times. He came in Tuesday classes and Wednesday night classes, so give a big shout out. Let me tell you something, because it's things that people don't know. Because when a brother's out for a while, we think that sometimes, when we're in the truth, we do so much for the truth that we think that we're not counted for. It's like, man, we don't do enough. Or sometimes that we're not, how could I say it? We're not missed. You know what I'm saying? So when we leave out, you see how much stress and pressure, because one brother in this school is like three brothers. We do a job of three men. Because we're so small here, but at the same time, we're so huge. We're growing. We're constantly growing. The school is constantly growing. But those brothers who are solid in this truth, sometimes when a brother's out, we feel it. And I saw, when I was sitting back watching the class, I was watching the school, I seen the brothers come in. Like the old saying, one monkey don't stop a show. These brothers came in and they stepped up and they fulfilled the job. That's what we do. You understand? That's what we do here in Israel. But at the same time, we miss them brothers, man. We can feel the effect when a brother is out. So, I mean, like, we give a huge water to those brothers, man. I'm sitting back, I'm reading the texts, and I'm sending out things, hey, can the brothers fill in for this? And I see the officers coming in asking brothers, can they come in and do certain things, certain jobs? And them brothers stepped up to the plate and they came and they did it. So don't feel like, when you're out, that no one misses you. Because we do. So, brother, you can't make it to a camp, you can't make it to a class, you out sick for whatever the case may be, we still feel your effect of you not being here. So don't ever think that what you do is not, is not good enough, and that what you do here, we're not going to miss it when the brother is gone, because we definitely feel the effects of it. You understand? So again, I'm Officer Kaz of 500. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We're here at 3353 Glenwood Road, and this is your school. This is your school, man. We're here for you. I mean, if you want someplace to come pay your tithes, come pay your tithes here, man. If you be getting blessed by the Lord by, our teachings and things that you're learning, man, go ahead and show some love, man. Come and pay your tithes. If you got an officer here who's teaching a class that you think is an excellent class, and shoot, man, hit him up on Cash App. If he's doing a great, outstanding job, send him a couple dollars. There ain't nothing wrong with that. If you're getting fed from the Lord through these classes, man, do that. But pay your tithes here. This school does not run off of air itself. You know what I'm saying? Them brothers, we step up to the plate. The lights ain't kept on for just by, humna. These lights are kept on by money, man. We pay these things, and we task our brothers in this school to step up to the plate. And we have families, and we have people, we have our slaves that we go to, and we have to take care of our own homes. At the same time, no one's going to take care of us but Israel. Israel is tasked to take care of Israel. This is what we do. So pay your tithes, pay your offerings if you can. If you want to donate some money to us, man, contact the school. I mean, I think we have a number. What's our number here? Our number. Give me 1 second. 706 901 7516. That's the number here, man. Call us up. Matter of fact, if you out, you missing, you can't get to your the WhatsApp. I mean, which we have YouTube. We have online classes on YouTube. We have online classes with Facebook. If you can't get to those, man, call that line. Call that number. Jump online with us, and let's chop it up. Let me check and see if we got anybody online. You got anybody online? Let me see here. Give me 1 second. You got anybody online? Who's online? Who we got there?
Young man Erskine, sir.
Young man Erskine. What's going on, Rock?
Nothing much, sir.
Man, this is one of the brothers that stepped up too, man. Young man Erskine stepped up in the big way, man. So I've been watching you coming on these classes in the Sabbath service, holding up, coming and doing the reading, man. So the water to you, man. Right. And the water to all you brothers out there that's been doing your thing coming in here, man. So young man Erskine, if you got anything you want to say, go ahead and say it right now. If not,
Not at this time, sir.
ain't no sweat. Put your phone on mute, and we'll go ahead and get it in. All right, we'll go ahead and get it in. All right, so with that being said, ain't no sweat, brother. Anybody want to check in? Matter of fact, young man, Ernestine, can you do me a favor, man? I'm going to ask you to read if you could, Baba Shaw. Can he read? Okay. Are you able, can you read from your own, young man, Ernestine? All right, no sweat. I want you to pull up Psalms 147 real quick, if you could. So let me go ahead and give you my introduction. Like I said, we have classes Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. For Monday, we have the history class. I believe history, right, on Mondays? We have a history class on Monday. Tuesday, we have our brotherhood class. Today, we have the law class. On Thursdays, we have the history class. Friday, we have a Lashawan Kodash class. And all these classes from 7 to 9. Then, of course, we have the Sabbath service coming in on a Saturday from 12 to 1. And then we go out to the camp and we get our thing in. So, like I said, this school is for you. Classes for you. We have online classes on Facebook and on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Just type in, I think it's Atlanta, Facebook. Go to Facebook, it's Atlanta, Facebook Atlanta. And I think on YouTube is No Cowards Atlanta. No Cowards Atlanta on YouTube and also on Facebook. Look that up. We'll pop up. Subscribe. Every time we come up, we'll pop up. So if you got any questions out there, if you're online, got any questions, call and say Salakia. If you have a question, say excuse me or Salakia, and I get to your questions. That's called Salakia. Salakia means it's excuse me. If you're on online, we got brothers monitoring, got sisters out there monitoring the YouTube and the Facebook. So you do have a question, type those comments into the chat line, man. Type your questions or whatever into the comments, and we'll get to them. We'll definitely get to them. All right. So as I said, I'm just getting back to the fold of things. I just had an addition to the family, so I had to take some time off. You know what I'm saying? Take some time off and then enjoy myself with that. So now I'm back, ready to get back to the work for the Lord, man. I miss these brothers. I miss this truth. I ain't never left the truth. I was just back watching from afar. But however, I miss being here in the presence of the brothers, man, going out there warm with them. But there are some things I seen when I was sitting back. And sisters, I've got to give it to you, man. Like I said, this is the law class, and the title of the class is called Entitlement of the Modern Woman and What They Deserve. The entitlement of a modern woman. Hey, Yabashim Shakata, what you got here? Hey, Officer Kasiyah, what's good with you, sir? You all right?
I'm Tawab, sir. Are you Tawab?
Hey, I'm Tawab, man. I got young man Ernestine reading, but if you want to go ahead and take over for those, you can. Let me know.
Sir.
All right, then. So you want to take over? Or you want him to go ahead and go ahead and rock out?
I'll get in there, sir.
All right. Hey, young man Ernestine, stand down. I appreciate it, though. Tawab, all right?
I know what kind.
But stand fast in case he has to go out and I need you. I'll go ahead and you can go ahead and fill in for him, all right? All right, anybody need to check in? All right, don't sweat the water. Anybody need to check in before we get started? All right, like I said, title of this class, Entitlement of the Modern Woman and What They Deserve. Because what I've been seeing when I sat back and was watching on these medias, on these social medias, and just on TV in general, our women are off the chain. They've lost their mind. They have lost their mind, man. They lost their mind so much that we can't even say anything to a modern woman these days. Now, these women are in the truth. Now, if they've came along. If you've been in this truth for a while, you understand how it works. You have been following the law, statutes of the Most High God. You've been doing what you had to be. You've been doing what you need to be doing. Understand? You understood it. You're following with the Lord. So to you, you're doing what the Lord say do. But for the other women who's coming in, and not to say that our UPK sisters can't learn from this class. You can always learn, because you have some sisters coming in who just came into the truth and trying to learn, and you got some sisters out there looking, coming in to the truth. So all women across the board can learn, whether you're out of the truth or in the truth. You can learn from these classes, and you definitely can learn something from today, because we have to get our modern day women in check. Not by me, but we have to get them in check according to the word of God. So before we get started, I want you to go ahead and read Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Because like I said, we're the Israelite, I.S.U.P.K, and we teach the truth according to the scriptures, man. And we teach that the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the children of the Bible. We are the children of the Bible. So if you can for me, Wapaka Shah 147, start at verse 19, if you could.
All right. Psalms chapter 147, sir.
Yep, you got it.
147, verse 19.
Carl, you got it. Go ahead.
He sheweth his word unto Jacob.
Now, Jacob, anybody know who Jacob is? You know who Jacob is? Who's Jacob?
Jacob, he's the father of the 12 tribes who was renamed as Israel.
Exactly. Brother said he's Jacob is where we get our name Israel from. He is our father of these 12 tribes, man. From him and his other women, we got these 12 tribes. That's right. We're going to keep it grown, folks, here. We're going to keep it this way. Question?
And also he received the blessing. The blessing of the seed came through.
Exactly. The seed came through him, just like these scriptures going to say. All right, continue reading for me, Baba Kashaw.
Sir. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
And this is where his class where he gave his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. We are Israel. Jacob changed his name to Israel. You know, when he was wrestling with one of the angels. You know, we get more into that. You know, we had some classes on that. So if you would know where we got that name Israel from, go online, check onto us, and we have some classes to get you caught up. But right now, that's what happened. He got his name changed to Israel by an angel. That's the blessing that he got. So from him came all these 12 tribes. And he showed it unto Israel. He saved all these blessings and the statutes and the laws and commandments unto Jacob, which means he didn't give it to nobody else. He didn't give it to anybody else but us. Contrary to what the Christian pastor's saying and what people believe out there in the world, where they think that these laws and statutes was given to everybody else, no, it was only given to us. Continue reading for me. Verse 20.
Sir. Verse 20. He has not dealt so with any nation.
Uh-huh.
And as for judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
That's right. He had not dealt so with anybody else. Not my word. This is the scripture's word coming out. He had not dealt so in giving these law stats to anyone else. And I like to start these scriptures out with that because you have to know who you are. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, we fit these curses that's in the Bible. You got to understand, this Bible is not anything religious at all. These are records. These are our records, man. What's in these Bibles? These are our records. Our good, the bad, and the ugly. You understand? Nobody puts all their records, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly into their book. They'll give you the good. They give you all the greats they've done. They give you some little, you know, defeats they got. But for overall, they're going to give you all their successes. But the Lord gives us our greatest defeats, our failures, and the promises, and our challenges that we overcame. Because he wants you to know from where we came and how to get back on track. Right now, Israel, we're off track. Our sisters are off tracks. And now our brothers are off tracks too, but we always spend most time with our brothers. We get on our brothers 24 hours, 24/7. As I sat back on leave, you know, we got brothers going to council for things they've done. So we get it. But I don't think our sisters get it enough. And today we're going to have to jump on you, sisters. I'm sorry, we're going to have to get on you, and I'm going to have to straighten some things out. All right, the water for that, then go, give me the next scripture. Give me the Leviticus 26, verse 46. Baba Kashaw. 26 and 46.
Number one time, sir.
Read when you got it.
Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 46.
Uh-huh.
These are the statutes and the judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel.
All right, but hold on, stop right there. Between who? Between who?
The children of Israel.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
Number God, in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses.
These are the statutes and judgments, the laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel. Again, there's no one else in this. No one else. They didn't say anything about the Japanese, the Chinese. Say nothing. These are the children of Israel. Those 12 tribes, them Jacobs. That's now known Israel, that's who he given these stats. And Mount Sinai, that's who Moses came down out the mountain and gave those law, statutes, commandments to. So I like to start off with them things, that way we can actually get on the same page and figure out who these laws and statutes for, and just furthermore show you that Israel, which is us, this is who the Lord was talking to. This is where the law and statutes came from right here. All right? So now let's get into our topic, man. Let's get into this topic of the entitlement of the women and why they feel so entitled. Because I don't understand. But there was something that came out, and if you brothers know it, just chime in if you want. You can chime in. But it was a sister, Monique. Monique came out, and she made a statement, man. She made a statement, and if I can find the statement, I'm going to read it to you. It's what she said. She was saying that she got with these sisters who actually had these bonnets. They was wearing these bonnets, man, on their head. And I see it everywhere I go. The sisters had these bonnets on their head, and she went out and said something to that, and this sister got ridiculed about saying it. Now I'm gonna try to find out exactly her words and her statements about what she said. Give me a second here. You brother, have you heard anything about that?
No,
Oh yeah? Yeah. So I'm gonna say some Monique.
when she was talking about Sluggy,
Mm-hmm.
when she was talking about how our sister's a good traveler,
Exactly.
They don't do nothing but, take care of themselves.
Which I seen it myself. I seen it myself, and she was the sister was just telling people, the women, hey, this is the image. You represent the image, man. If you represent the image, you need to go out there and project that image of a sister, because this is what you're showing the world. Even though it might not be a majority of women, but a lot of our women are going out with bonnets on. They're going out in flip-flops, 30 feet. They're going out and all these things. And I'm glad this sister said something about it, because if a brother would have said something about it, he would have got ridiculed. He would have got, oh, we don't hate the sisters. Oh, the brothers, they women bashing. This is all stuff that would have been said. But since this sister came out and said something, I'm sitting back now, I piqued my interest. Now I'm watching. You got something? You found it, brother?
Okay.
You found a comment? Oh, shit, let me see. Oh, Most High in Christ. What you got with it? Okay, then. Yeah, so I'm glad this sister came out and said something. Now, she's not in the truth, but shoot, somebody should give her a flyer about this one. Somebody should give her a flyer, because she's dead on point about what she said. You understand? So soon as brother, give me something, go ahead and read what you got.
Monique doubles down on bonnet comments after backlash from fans. Quote, I've been seeing it not just at the airport. I've been seeing it at the store, at the mall. When did we lose our pride in representing ourselves?
And right, when we lose our pride in representing ourselves, man, it's a representation, woman. Sisters, you got to understand, you representing that man or that brother that you with, or just all of us, period. Because people look at us as a whole people. They look at us as a race of people. And then what they say, now they want to turn around and say the brothers with the daggone do-rags on. Let me tell you something right now. Most brothers have do-rags on. It's the image they portraying. Because most brothers who got do-rags is not wearing it for their hair. They're wearing it for an image, a bad boy image, a thug image. So I say again, I don't agree with that. But if a brother's wearing it, it's because that's the image. He's not doing anything for his hair. So sister, when you out there with this bonnet, it's an image that you're portraying. Whether it be good or bad, that's just the image that's being portrayed. You understand? And it's not a good thing for our sisters. Keep going, brother.
Okay. When did we slip away of let me make sure I'm presentable when I leave my home? The Oscar-winning Precious actress stated in an Instagram video she posted over the weekend.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
The water. That's going to be enough. That's good. You got some more? Oh, read some more. Go ahead.
Quote, all I'm saying is could you please comb your hair?
Damn. Please comb your hair. You got to beg sister to please comb your hair. And that's just a sign of laziness, man. Sister, you can't go out there and just do your hair. I mean, we're not talking about just being around the house. If you've been around the house, we get that. We understand that. But you're leaving, going to the stores. You're going to the airports. You're going to these places. You're not being presentable. You're not being presentable. And this is the image you portray. But then you ask your brother why we disrespect him. Why, brother? Now, I don't agree with brothers should disrespect no woman at all. But I understand. I can see why these brothers are disrespecting. You want a brother to respect you, but you're not even respecting yourselves by coming out that way. There was a time where our grandparents, they used to get dressed just to cook food.
Right.
They used to get dressed to cook. I seen my grandmother get dressed full up just to cook for my grandfather. What made you so entitled that you got to step away from this, man? What have you been teaching y'all that you can't even learn from an elderly woman? I mean, not even say elderly, because Monique ain't that old. Just an older woman who's telling you what she feels. And this is from a woman's perspective. And you still don't like that. So this is a man that you're trying to get, and even the men are telling you, we don't like the bonnets. We don't like this. But you feel so entitled that you say, damn, now I'm going to wear what I want. I'm going to do what I want to do. You got some more on it?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying
Hold
you
your
don't
peace.
have pride, but the representation that you're showing someone will have to ask you, will have to ask you to know if you have it. So I'm not saying, I'll read that again.
Go ahead. Take your time.
So I'll get some later on my screen.
Okay.
I'm not saying you don't have pride, but the representation that you're showing someone will have to ask you to know if you have it. It's not to get a man. It is just your representation of you, my sweet babies.
This Monique is telling you the representation of you, man. She's trying to tell you, take care of yourself, man. This is a woman. You're supposed to learn from the elderly women. Someone says Shalakia?
No, sir.
Go ahead.
Going on what we're talking about, I understand that there's a certain thought process of entitlement, but at the same time, it sounds like a lot of the sisters are being lazy.
That's what it is.
Because
Straight
they
lazy.
just just want to throw something on their head and just run out. And I get every time that, no, you don't have to be dressed to the nines to go out. But if we're not being lazy, and we can pick ourselves up and make that a habit. You know, I mean, me personally, I don't go for the weaves. Now, if a woman wears a weave, okay, that's fine. But me, I like a woman to be natural. But here's the thing: sometimes they can use natural as an excuse to be lazy and just not do anything.
Right.
But it does take some effort. Just get up and put yourself together a little bit. I've seen women run out, driving down the street in their bonnets and their house shoes, and it lets me know, I'm like, okay, you didn't come out the house with your bonnet on, house shoes, and that's how you're gonna look all day long. I mean, we can't be lazy all the time.
And that's what it is. They're just lazy all the time, man. And there's no need for that, really. And like you said, it's just the laziness, man. If you can't get up and fix your hair and get yourself together, like I said, we ain't telling you to put a whole lace front on. We ain't telling you to have it all, weave it out. We just telling you to be presentable when you step out the house. Is that too much for a brother to ask? That's too much for a brother to ask. Just be presentable. And the brother made a valid point. Most women want the weave in their hair because they want it in their hair. Because if you ask most brothers, we don't want the weave. If any woman has hair at least shoulder length, we gonna love it. Let your hair show out. Let it roll out. We like to see that. But you want the weave in your head and the lace fronts because you want it in there. Because you're lazy because you don't want to actually do your hair. And that's a bad thing. You said something, Salakia? Go ahead.
Salakia, how about that?
Hey, Yabba, what's going on? What's going on with you?
I ain't making no for all the one. If I may, I just want to comment.
Go ahead. I know you do. Go ahead, brother.
I don't want to, if I may, I try to listen to what we talking about, what the subject matter is, and all that. All I can hear, all I see, you know what I'm saying, with our sisters is, you know what I'm saying, complacency. I wouldn't say it's laziness or entitlement. It's just they're complacent. They so comfortable now because they're getting all these handouts here, handouts there. Wherever they go, somebody telling them this, that, and the third, making them feel like, they life is a fairy tale. So they feel like they can come out any kind of way and still get the attention that they want to get or get what they think they should receive just based on the fact that they're a woman.
Because they're one. That's it.
With that attitude, yeah, but with that attitude, when they have that attitude like this, you know what I'm saying, they don't get what they want. They usually get the bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying? They get a scumbag like the Christian pastor, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to trip them, you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
And then they leave a bad taste in their mouth based on the fact of how they came out and how they presented themselves, because you attract what you are.
Right.
So
Now,
if you come out looking like a scumbag or a scoundrel, you're going to attract that, you know what I'm saying?
well, see, here's my thing with what I'm saying about that is this. Here's my thing. Hold your piece real quick. I'm going to get right back to you, brother. And I want some sisters to chime in, too. Some women, I want you to chime in. Like I said, this class for everybody. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that we need to know, let me know. But I'm going to give you how the scripture is going to get. We're going to get to these scriptures pretty soon. I just want to give everybody a chance to go ahead and speak their piece because when we jump into it, I want to jump into it. I'm going to show you the difference of what's going on in these women today against our women in this Bible, in the scriptures, all right? Because right now, what you're saying is these women feel so entitled, but yet they don't want to do the simple things, but yet they want so much from a man. They want a brother to come to the table with so much stuff, but yet they can't even do their hair. You can wear a bonnet. You going to say something, brother? Go ahead.
Yes,
We got a brother in class. Hold on. Go ahead.
I would like to say something. I'm thinking that really is a breakdown of norms and values.
Mm-hmm.
You have your old school women who is trained. Once you come out your room, you have everything straight. You have your hair done, you dress right, you smell right.
Mm-hmm.
But through the period of time, and we have that time between, I'm thinking, between the 1990s, mid-1990s, early 1990s until now, we really had a breakdown of those norms and values. And it was not all due to us, but the system was designed that way to break us as a people.
I understand that.
And you have had, and you can look at it, you have the women now, mostly of the young women, they want to be like men. They see men, they don't have to do a lot to go out, so I'm thinking if they feel that way, they say, okay.
So now they want to be like men.
Yeah.
See, that's another issue. See, I understand where you're coming from because I'm 47 years old, and I'm gonna say for the women between the ages that are my age right now, we grew up in an era to where women didn't want to be like their mothers. They want to be like the mother. I ain't taking this. My father cheated on the mother, and we gonna get into that too. My father did this. I ain't gonna do that. My mama didn't work. She had to work and this and that and take care of her kids. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna get an education. So he was teaching them kids, get an education. Be dependent. Don't be independent. Go get an education. Get a job. Take care of yourself. You don't need a man. They was taught you need a man. That's this whole era right now, my era. And they taught that. They don't need a man. So now, because you don't need a man, you feel entitled. You can do anything you want. Now you got careers. You have PhDs. You got all these steps. Now you don't need a man. Now you rewind back a little bit further. You had our grandmothers who just stood with their man 40 and 50 years, no matter what it was, because they understood what we understand today in the I.S.U.P.K. as a duty. Marriage is a duty. And that's what we got, and that's what we're gonna get into. Marriage is a duty. So they didn't have the sense of entitlement. The sense of entitlement they had was being a mother, was being a wife. The times that we're in now, they're entitled to doing what they want to do. They want to do whatever feels good, whatever makes them happy, whatever they want to do. Even with this thing, what the sister Monique said, she got backlash from that, from other women saying, well, if I want to do that, so be it. Let people do what they want to do, which is so absurd. What you got, brother?
And that's why they lonely today.
And that's why they lonely. That's exactly why they lonely. Brother, you're online. You had something to say. Anybody online? You had something to say? Somebody says Salakia.
Shalom.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shalom, Yahanna.
Uh-huh.
Good son. Shalom, Yahanna.
Hey, Yabashim Shekavakta. What's going on? Yes.
Not much out of one. You just pretty much broke down everything that I was about to say in a nutshell. You know, about how comfortable they are, especially how women and stuff are today, because of the primary reason is because what the white man did. I mean, oppressor, the Confederate cave devil by putting out rules and regulations and stuff, laws and stuff out here to knock the balance, well, not the most high order completely off, because back in the day, Big Mama got all the respect.
That's right. Big Mama had that respect. That's right. Big Mama had it. Yeah.
You wanted to. When nobody cuss Big Mama out or go against Big Mama in any kind of way, what she said was born. Word was born. But this generation now will cut Big Mama out. They'll go against her and the husband, and it's just like what the government done is just pretty much just gave them, like the younger generation, the teenagers all the way up to the teenagers to the 20-something to the 30-something. They gave the women and stuff so much power to the point they get way more benefits than the senior citizens, get.
That's right.
And they feel like they got a sense of power that I get all these handouts. I'm comfortable. I'm a queen. But yet still, you go to the movies and stuff in your pajama pants and your hair bonnet. You'll go to Olive Garden in your pajamas and a hair bonnet on, and you still calling yourself a queen.
Because they're a queen.
Won't even fix yourself up and go out. It's just pretty much, if they don't respect Big Mama, because to respect Big Mama and to follow Big Mama, guess what? You would have to honor your husband.
You have to honor your husband.
Take care of your household.
We gonna get into that.
And I think that, I just think they pretty much just got comfortable in the way they are now.
Absolutely.
The point is, only way they will fix themselves up to go somewhere, when they go to church and listen to that Christian pastor, when they're not going to tell them they're wrong for what they're doing.
Yeah, they get decked out for that with a big hat and everything on. But the brother right, man.
They gonna fix their hair, nails,
Yeah.
They gonna do the whole night. Go sit in front of that lying Christian pastor that's not gonna tell them, look, don't disrespect Big Mom no more.
That's right.
Follow your husband.
All right, let me grab a range right now. Let me grab a range back. What y'all brother says is happy, and man, y'all all on point with it, man. I hear you. I know you want to get in, but I know how you go. But if you can, somebody give me Titus 2, start at verse 3 for me. Titus 2, start at verse 3, because I have to go and show you scripturally, biblical. Like I said, this is the law class, and I have to get back to some of these scriptures and show the women's why these things. Say again. You said something?
I have scripture.
Okay, Titus 2. Titus 2, start at verse 3. Go ahead for me. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
The aged woman likewise,
Uh-huh.
that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things.
Uh-huh.
Verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober.
Nah, teach the what?
To love their husbands. Teach their young women to be sober.
Uh-huh. Keep
To
going.
love their husbands. To love their children.
Now we go. I'm gonna jump back to verse 3. It said the aged woman likewise, that it be in the behavior and becoming holiness. And you know, this is what Monique was. She was an aged woman telling these young women what to do. This was what her job is. This is what the scripture is telling our old women to do. And if you jump up a little further, verse 1, it tells us about the men and what we're supposed to tell our men to do. That we're supposed to be teaching those men how to be men. What we're losing today is that women are not teaching their daughters how to be wives. They're not doing that. They're teaching them how to be independent. They're teaching them how to be without a man and fend for yourself. That's what they're teaching these young women. They're not doing anything what these scriptures are telling you. Start over again and read it for me too, verse 3 again. Go back to me. Start at 3 again. Verse 3.
Okay, the book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine,
Right.
teachers of good things.
Teachers of good thing. How many times you see a woman out there staggering and drunk, dead drunk in the street, man?